Alright, Twitch, I see you flickering. Alright, we're live. What's going on, guys? Just gonna tweet real fast. Gotta fix that description. We're not doing. I don't think we're gonna do mega hives tonight. We've tried that twice now, and it's not working out. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to do Mega Hives tonight, I don't think. We're just going to focus on Iron Man. Maybe switch over to Captain America, depends on how things go. So tonight, everybody and their mom is playing Back for Blood, so if you decided to stop by here, thank you for your time. Resisting the urge to go with the flow. I have every intention of playing that game, but right now, just that directory is flooded, so it makes a lot more sense for us to be on here tonight. Okay. So I think we'll try to start with just optimizing the missions to see if we can get, because right now I want to do character level and power level, so I think we'll try to do missions that give us both lots of gear and also fairly quick XP too. So feel free, if you have any suggestions for the best missions to do that, let me know. Quick match seems to work pretty well. Sometimes the power scaling can be a little wonky. So has anybody tried the Back for Blood beta yet? I really want to know what people think of the PvP specifically. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 were games I played in college, and a lot after college too, but those, I probably have more time in that franchise than I have in any other franchise. So that genre I enjoy a lot, and I've been looking forward to Back for Blood for a while, but I don't know. I always felt like with Left 4 Dead that the bread and butter of that game was its PvP, like the versus mode. Um, because the campaigns are fun. Like they're definitely well designed, and uh, trying to beat them on expert once you have some experience is also really fun. But it does get a little old after a while, a little stale. Um, so it, I feel like I probably just total. I probably spent 75% of my time in versus and scavenge. Played a lot of scavenge. So the longevity of the game is the PvP. I think that's true of most PvE and PvP games, with maybe a few exceptions. Because good PvP is infinitely replayable, whereas good PvE isn't necessarily. It's a lot harder for it to be. I was watching some streams today, and I caught a glimpse of a few of the special infecteds, but I wasn't really sure. There's a big explodey guy with like a red spot in his stomach, that charges at you, but then like he does a big area of effect damage if you kill him, and I think he can also explode on his own as well if he gets close. And I don't know if there's a difference between the explosions if you kill him first versus if he explodes on his own. I don't know that. I couldn't tell just from looking at the animations. But then, uh, yeah, let's just go with 3. There was a guy with like a big arm dragging on the ground that if you got close to him, he would grab you. And then there was a spitter guy that like spit some kind of venom or something or like a spider web kind of thing that kept you in place. And then I couldn't tell if there was also a guy that would jump around sort of like a hunter, but I couldn't tell if that was the same as the enemy that was shooting out the web acid thing or not. See, why is it not saying that I'm readied up? There should be a check mark here. Oh, we're going to start in 18 seconds anyway. So yeah, there was the exploded guy, the arm guy, the jumping around / acid guy. I think it's just those 3 or maybe 4. And then there was an ogre that seems sort of like a tank.
You're heading into another tachyon storm. Just stay focused.
But less interesting. All I saw him do was just walk towards you. I'm sure he does massive damage if you get close to him, but I don't know if he has any like moves, if he throws something at you, like the tanks could throw rocks. I don't know. So. If those are well balanced and fun to play, then the PvEP probably will have a good lifespan, but these games never launch balanced, so it may take some time.
You'll be the first wave. My agents will follow and secure the base as you make your way through.
So you may have noticed that we started the stream earlier tonight. I'm gonna try to start at 9:30 going forward if I can. Kind of just depends on just kind of how the night goes with family.
We'll need to hit the security checkpoint first and
But
clear it out.
I prefer not
Once
to
you
be
strike, you'll have to move fast. Their alarm system will bring everyone
playing
alert.
all the way until
Everyone get in
midnight because there's some
position.
other stuff I
Ready.
want to do
Awaiting
before I
your
go to
signal.
bed. So it's better for me if we can do 9:30 to 11:30, I think, rather than 10 to 12. So I'm gonna try to shoot for that. So I'll probably
Take
be
them out.
getting off around 11:30 tonight.
Boy, did you choose the wrong side!
Look for a chest containing special resources nearby.
Okay, might need a minute. Or 10. Now you've done it. Let's go! Nap time!
Whoops.
Why did you guys take a break? Do your work, please. Not doing
Really?
so hot.
Well done. Our agents can take it from here.
Target practice time.
Go on ahead. See if you can locate our stolen supplies. Checkpoint A locked down, Commander. All units, move in.
Alright
Approaching
guys, let's
position.
get some time back.
Heavy security up ahead.
Then that's where you head first. Thought I'd say that. You all right up there?
Several AIM units are guarding the area. They're transferring fuel to a nearby Quinjet. They're attempting to escape with some of the shield equipment.
You know what to do.
Don't worry. Enough of me to go around. Just a flesh wound.
What was the recommended power for this
One
mission?
down, two to go.
I'm in some trouble here. Let's see all my weapons. Okay.
I don't get much health back from doing that.
One left.
This is it. We'll follow your lead.
Look for a chest with gear nearby. There is a chest with gear close by.
Oh, really felt that one. Really did.
Okay.
Ah, I could use some help. Got you covered.
Hey, thanks.
Ooh, is it getting hot in here? Time for some
And where's the fourth
shut-eye.
one?
Less talky, more fighty.
Where is it? Right here. Nope, I didn't do it fast enough. Oh, and we lost because of time. Alright. It's easy to just get distracted and not think about it.
You all right up there?
Several AIM units are guarding the area. They're transferring fuel to a nearby Quinjet. They're attempting to escape with some of the shield equipment.
You know
Oh, it
what to
doesn't
do.
start us all the way over. Okay, that's good.
One down, two to go.
Someone keeping score here? Cause I gotta be winning.
One left.
Oh my gosh.
I'm down.
This is it. We'll follow your lead.
This is it.
Oh,
Don't worry.
not gonna make that same mistake twice.
Uh-oh. Not doing so hot. Sometimes you gotta run before you can walk. You wanna see all my weapons? Okay. Bye-bye.
Whoa! AIM is retreating to the main structure. Everyone heard that one. Gotta run them scared.
Their Quinjet is grounded. They've gathered the more valuable shield assets at a hangar nearby.
That was nice of them. Less work for us.
Avengers!
They're just charging ahead.
Figured you'd be doing Hill's dirty work.
That's
Taskmaster's
fine.
mercenaries.
What are they doing here?
Protecting the base, it seems.
We don't need to get every chest, but it would be nice if we stopped for a few of them.
You're about to have a very bad day. Tony!
That's nothing.
Flaws and nothing. They've got backup. We'll keep them busy.
Like, a single repulsor shot did more than my unit beam did.
3 remain.
Finish them all! Now!
Alright.
Take out their leaders. Once Taskmaster's mercs are gone, they'll force a retreat.
You think a few trucks will help you? Shield is nothing. It will all clear.
All hostiles accounted for. Base secure. Nice work, everyone.
Fair enough.
Secure the perimeter. Look out for any stragglers. Thank you, Avengers. With this, we stand a fighting chance, finally. We're back, Fury.
You think a few trucks will help you? Shield is...
Nice work. We'll analyze these readings ASAP. I can't tell you how valuable this data is to us. Thank you.
Wow, everything was under leveled. Fantastic. Increases damage for all attacks while overcharged. 20% reduction in damage from all attacks while overcharged. Increases the charge rate of all heroic meters while overcharged by 10%. Probably that last one. I don't know. I like doing the more damage, so let's do this first one for now. Utility reduces the cost of the energy shield activation by 15%. Okay. Gain energy for parrying. This one adds shock damage to energy pulse ability. Oh, I like that. That ability actually doing some damage would be nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Twitch right now, just looking at Back for Blood. It's crazy. It's just loaded with streamers.
How much contact have you had with these guys?
As Tiny Dancer, plenty. Once my cover was blown and I lost access to my company email.
Encouraging defections right under AIM's nose. Nice.
And I can't even go onto Twitch without having CPU problems. I'm using like 85% CPU right now.
The goal is to knock out AIM's power junction in the area, giving the scientists the blackout they need to go AWOL.
And these
My
scientists
stream
have something
setup
to
is
do with
walking
data?
a fine line.
Lab, the one that discovered Terrigen. I imagine that guilt is what made him upset.
Enemy spotted.
I think the internet connection is strong enough to do 720/60, which I'd love to give you guys if I could, but the CPU just is not.
Better get to the facility
Can't
housing
do
the
that.
power junction soon.
They've got nothing on us.
Trust me, I tried.
Focus up, people. So long, pal.
It's just tough because the that additional 30 FPS just takes so much out of the CPU. So if you do decide to stick around and you're watching 720/30 gameplay, I appreciate that, because there's lots of people out there with 1080/60 that have higher level characters that have been playing this game for longer.
I never know if you're going in quiet or loud.
So
Sometimes neither do I.
if you spend 1 minute here, 5 minutes, an hour, I appreciate all of it.
The big guy went down.
Actually, one question for those of you in chat that are knowledgeable about capture cards. So the advice I was reading online is that you shouldn't capture in a quality that's higher than what you're streaming. So like, for example, if I'm streaming at 720/30, I shouldn't be streaming, or I shouldn't be capturing at 1080. Is that true? Does it matter?
Take things up a notch.
The explanation I got, as far as I understand it, which again I'm not super tech savvy, but the explanation was that the CPU has to compress and then it still has to do the work to capture, but then it also has to compress. Which I guess makes sense, because the video that you're outputting is lower quality than the video that you're streaming at.
Not gonna happen.
That did it. The doors are now unlocked.
All right, I'm headed inside to destroy the power junction. Dr. Forson, do you read? I'm about to give you your distraction.
We read you, Widow.
What's your status?
Nervous, but we'll move as soon as you get Aim's attention.
Get ready to hit the gas. Destroying all 4 turbines will take down that power junction and should get Aim's attention.
One of these guys has to be on the PS4. Those elevator wait times don't feel like PS5 wait times.
The whole base is gonna fall on my head.
I'll track the jet. You focus on staying alive.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Dr. Forson, stand by.
I really think we should go now. Aim troops are everywhere.
So let's talk about Wakanda for a minute. So I am excited to play Black Panther. Anytime they bring out a new character, that's exciting. But
I'm in some trouble here.
I'm a little curious if they're going to expand on the mission variety at all. There are going to be new missions, but I don't know if they're going to give us new, like, objective types. Because right now it's basically... It's variations on the same thing, which is destroy turbines, destroy 3 turbines, secure 3 servers, and then they do the stand on the plate for 100%. So it's a lot of very basic objective-based modes, and it doesn't. I feel like this game would. They do themselves a service by making some more interesting mechanics. Not anything too complicated, because when you're playing with pubs, you need things to be fairly simple, or people just won't do the objectives, and then everybody will get frustrated because they're not progressing. But these just get stale really fast.
We're getting the hell out of here. We are.
So we'll see if they add new modes. That would be nice. It'd be cool if they did that. And then I don't know. The OLT that they just added isn't really a raid. If you've played Destiny, it's more like a Nightfall. That's probably the best parallel I can think of, like a high power level mission with a boss at the end that's hard, and you get end game gear from it. Like, that's exactly what a Destiny Nightfall is.
They're gonna get shut down.
Damn it! Give me their last
But it's
report.
not a raid.
Working on it.
And they don't call it a raid, so I'm not saying that they do. But this game could definitely use, and I believe all true looter shooters should have raids. Like, raids are awesome and a way to express, skill and power and all that. I started as a Destiny player like back in 2014 when D1 came out. Playing VoG was really fun. I haven't really played any of the raids recently because I just haven't been playing Destiny much at all the last year. But I feel like Destiny really set the bar high for what raids should be and could be.
2 clicks out. AIM units are converging on the projected crash site.
And I don't think there's been any other looter shooter
You may gain something useful.
talking,
We made it.
pretty much any looter shooter that's come even close to what Destiny's being able to do. And many of them haven't had a raid at all. Like Anthem never had a raid. Division 1 never had a raid. Division 2 had 1 raid. This game doesn't have a raid yet. They said that the cloning labs is supposed to be a raid, but we'll see. Some games call things raids that are not really raids. Diablo 3 doesn't have a raid. Don't know if D4 will or not. But that won't be coming out for another 20 years, so I'll find out when I'm 50. I don't know, just it's a shame because there's so much good about this game, they don't. The biggest problem with looters is that the core is not the core combat loop, it's
Enemy units have
the
reached
progression
crash site.
and the different difficulty activities that you can do with varying difficulty to express your skill and power.
Good call. At least they'll have guns.
Heads up. We got company.
AIM's all over them.
Not for long.
Save us, please. That's all she wrote, kid.
Patience, goons. You're next.
Did anybody Did anybody ever do in chat do the Division raid, the Division 2 raid? And if so, did it have mechanics, or was it just a series of boss rooms?
I missed my unibeam!
These guys are so annoying. Yes, I know I can't hit you. But there should be a way to get them out of their invis state.
Well, that didn't quite go as we planned.
It never does. Now, Jarvis, did my payment come in?
Sizable transfer has just arrived.
You were doing this for a payout?
Take a deep breath, Commander. I'll explain when I can.
You better explain when you get back here.
And allow me to take the scenic route.
Anything good? Oh, that's a big jump. That's not. It generates 5% per second of intrinsic energy of heroes near the energy barrier. Okay. Energy barrier will reflect projectiles back at the attacker. Oh, I'm not using that ability yet. Oh, that's nice. So increase speed. Double tap to fire off flares that draw in tracking projectiles and detonate other projectiles safely. Increases the damage of range attacks while flying by 15%. I like that. We'll try out that for a bit. After this mission, we'll start the discussion topics. Topic, singular. There's one. We'll be covering one topic tonight. Tonight's going to be, is this the only way? Is Christianity the only way? So I don't know about you guys, but it has been a cool summer so far. It's August 5th, and so I live on the West Coast. It's like low 80s peak every day. Sometimes high 70s. Summer's already half over, and we haven't even really gotten the heat yet. We've had a handful of hot days in like the mid-90s, which for us is hot. Might not be hot for you, wherever you are. But for the West Coast, that's like a mid-90s days considered pretty hot. Well, we've only had a couple of those days so far. Normally by now we would have at least a week,
I come bearing
maybe
impatience.
2 weeks of days like that.
Truth is, we know where your favorite bone-faced turncoat is hiding out, and not even the word fortress accurately describes it.
And if Taskmaster got any data from AIM before you rescued our agents, he's gonna be prepared for anything I might throw at him.
Ding, ding, ding! Luckily, you've got the incomparable, unanticipatable Avengers on your side. Would you like me to pull up Agent Master's files?
Wouldn't be any use. His photographic muscle memory means he's a new beast every time we meet him.
Too bad. I was hoping for some embarrassing ID photos or questionable credit card purchases. I'm detecting an AIM patrol in the area. Aw, they missed me. Let's go say hi.
Don't worry. Enough of me to go around. Someone keeping score here? Cause I gotta be winning.
There's the patrol.
Jarvis, find
So
out
do you
if
get
Taskmaster
more
knows we're coming.
XP from
We've got some
from
assets. Certainly, sir.
from killing higher level enemies? Or is it the same?
And boom!
I feel like I'm gonna get one shot by most of this stuff.
Playtime's over, kid! Yeah. Feel that Thanks much.
I've uploaded the location of the base's entrance to your HUD.
Those guys were just the welcoming committee.
Jarvis, I want to know if that tripped any alarms. Did we lose the element of surprise? I have unfortunate news.
Taskmaster knows we're coming.
Correct. I always preferred making a grand entrance. This doesn't change anything else. We're still going after them.
Thank you, Stark. AIM's protecting their lieutenant with everything they've got.
Told you Monica's a Taskmaster fangirl.
This is how we do it! Why don't you guys take a break? Nap time!
One shot.
Tony's mine!
I mean, what can I expect? I'm fighting enemies that are 12 levels higher than me.
Less talky, more fighty!
Hey, thanks.
I'll do the skill point later. I know. We'll do the skill point when we're in the elevator
Some help?
waiting for the guy with the PS4 to load to the next floor.
Got him!
somebody.
I'm sleeping on
Thank
the
you.
job. Thanks, pal.
Wow.
Thanks for having my back.
Another squad member is down.
Nice.
Time to find our old friend. Get inside.
Hey, I never knew the guy before his Halloween transformation, so I wouldn't call us friends. Going up and up and up.
Sir, you and Commander Hill have a call.
So we'll start
Patch it
the
through.
discussion topic
Commander
after this
Hill.
mission.
Long time no see.
Jarvis, hang up.
Wait a...
Connection ended.
You know, that is way funnier when you're not the one getting hung up on. Hill, got any secret weaknesses you want to let us in on?
Just do what you do best, Stark.
Ooh, stun damage, I like that.
Don't stick to a plan and occasionally act outside of your
One
own
directional
self-interest.
projectile products incoming
Taskmaster won't
projectiles.
know what hit him.
Don't worry.
Yeah, let's do the
Enough of me to go around.
stun.
You're done. Large reward to whomever brings me an Avengers head.
You sure know how to incentivize the truth. Did you learn nothing from me?
Everything I needed to stop you. Yeah, I don't think so. Why did you guys take a break?
See, how am I doing that much damage against guys that are 12 levels higher than me? And yet when I'm the same level, I do less. Like, the damage output, just like, if you really pay attention, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
So where are you hiding, Taskmaster?
Like Jarvis said, that secret elevator ought to lead us right to him. Fine. Don't keep me waiting.
Nope.
Don't these guys ever learn?
Lame.
Fury took pity on you, Masters. That's all your shield training was.
Are you questioning your master's judgment?
Just his bleeding heart, which I've been reliably informed I don't have. Whoopsie.
Hey, Iron Man, you just made it through there on quite a few checks and other stuff.
Here we go.
Hostile!
I didn't hear what he said. Did you hear what he said? Oh, I think he said they wanted to look for other chests. Okay, so I think I jumped the gun on that elevator. That's fine.
So good of you to come.
I mean, that's a lot last
Around long.
chest
Glad we're
area
on the same
for this
page
mission
about your
anyway.
chances.
Heads up, we got company.
I'd run if I were you. Well,
I'm beaming with pride. Tony's back. This guy's not getting back up. Light up! Time for the big gun! Just a flesh wound! 99!
Yikes.
Nice! Not leaving on the job. On your feet. Nice. Let's out of the fight. No, out of the fight. Trouble here. You're good now. Feel it?
Yikes. I didn't think we were all gonna go down there.
Here we go.
Party time. So good of you to come. Shame you won't be around long.
glad we're on the same page about your chances. Piece of cake or pie. Pie is good too.
Surprise!
What? So did I completely lose my super because of that? What? That made no sense. What's happening? I know what's happening. I'm doing a mission way under leveled.
I'm in some trouble here. Have you met? Don't listen to my inner beast, kid.
There we go. Much better.
All I do is win, win, win.
Look, something is going on. Anthony Masters is not immortal, and he's certainly not undead, whatever his costume might imply. That leaves cloning.
And if they figure out how to clone a guy with a superpower, who knows what else AIM can do?
Exactly. Thank you for taking Taskmaster out. In a way, it's vindication for A-Day. For everything he put us through at S.H.I.E.L.D. and after.
Been a lot of
I'm gonna
useless
hold on
gear.
to that.
Okay. So ultimate, we get, when using Hulk Buster, press R1 to unleash a torrential beam of energy drawn directly from the central RT node. When using Hulk Buster, press R2 to emit a variable wavelength EM pulse that immobilizes all enemies within its reach. Ooh, okay. And Magno missiles can target up to 8 enemies requiring Magno missile ability. See, I had that. I didn't even remember that I had that. Okay. Upgrades the Hulkbuster arc reactor to allow the armor to remain deployed for 10 more seconds. Let's do that one first, and then I think we'll go back and do the Unibeam one. Okay. So I think now would be a good time to start our discussion topic for the night. So last night we started talking about tough questions, objections to Christianity, hang-ups people may have in accepting Christianity, and the specific objection we addressed last night was, what do we do about evil in the world? And tonight we're going to talk about the objection that Christianity isn't the only way to God. That we can find salvation, whatever salvation may mean to whoever's making that claim, through sources other than belief in Jesus Christ as the atoner of our sins, the one that gives us forgiveness and washes us clean so that we can be righteous and reunited with God. So, let's go ahead and launch. So, I guess the starting point for this is if, spoiler warning, not all strike team members have unlocked this mission, that's fine. I'm fine with 3. Usually if there's 3, I'm okay with that. We can move forward with 3 instead of waiting for 4.
We've identified an AIM facility that is vulnerable to attack. Though there are still security synthsoids to contend with, we expect the Avengers should be able to easily prevail. Take out any AIM forces you encounter.
I think the starting point for this discussion is basically it is to kind of get at what's the heart behind, or the motivation behind that objection? What are the underlying assumptions that are being made in that objection? Someone might come to me and say, well, Neuralizer, like, you don't know that, you don't know that Christianity is the only way. How can you know that? There's other religions in the world, and there's other ways that people have found connection with God. So there's a couple of assumptions that are being made when people make that argument. One is that we're talking about the same God. Christianity makes specific claims about who God is, and specifically what he has done in human history. And so for someone to say, oh, well, someone in Buddhism or Hindus have found connection with God. Well, so there's... anytime you make a claim that you have made a connection with God, you have the burden of proof, if you will, to explain a couple of things. Number one, what's your justification that specific source, or that specific religion, if you will, is accurate? And number two, what about your experience justifies making logical conclusions about the religion in general? And is your experience consistent with what you believe the evidence for that religion teaches? So, for example, in Christianity, a central component of Christianity is prayer. We believe that prayer is incredibly important, that it is how we commune with God. And so for me to say I had a really wonderful time in prayer, and God made some things clear to me, there's obviously some assumptions I'm making in order to be able to really believe that that's true. Namely, one, that God's listening to me, and two, that that he in some way responds and changes me by me praying. And both, so the first test is, okay, is that consistent with what Christianity teaches? And the answer in both cases is yes. Like, that experience that I had is consistent with what Christianity teaches. So then you have to ask, okay, so it's consistent at least, but is what Christianity teaches, is there reason to believe that what Christianity teaches is true? So that's where you get into this idea of, is Christianity the only way? So I think the easier way to actually go about answering that question is not necessarily to refute the arguments for every other religion. It's to take the claims of Christianity and then assess and analyze their validity and the evidence for those claims, and determine on the basis of the evidence whether the belief makes sense and it's logical, and the conclusion that the premises lead to the conclusion follows from the premises. So that's the first thing you need to do, and I think it's the easier step to take when you're having this kind of discussion. Right, we could talk for hours about reasons why religion X is false or true, in the opinion of the person arguing for or against it. But the easier route to take, just from a kind of a efficiency standpoint, is to say, okay, a lot of these claims are mutually exclusive, meaning not all of these religions can be true. Some religions claim to make certain claims that, if they're true, by definition means that other religions are false. And Christianity is a prime example of, if you follow the Christian arguments to their conclusion and you accept their conclusion, there is no room to believe in anything else. Logically, there just is none. So the place you start is with the central claim of Christianity, which is that Jesus died on the cross and rose again, was resurrected. And we'll probably go in at some other time into the reasons to believe why those things are true, the arguments for example, the historical evidence that Jesus existed, that the person of Jesus existed, the historical evidence for his death on a cross, the historical evidence for the claims he made about himself to be the Son of God, the historical evidence for the empty tomb, the implication that he was raised from the dead, the I don't know what that guy's saying. The historical evidence for the appearances that he made to his disciples after death, and the historical evidence for I think I already mentioned the empty tomb, so that would be one other aspect. So there's various pieces of historical evidence that you need to assemble together, and if you can do that, then, which I believe Christianity, through a variety of robust scholarship and argumentation and philosophy over the years, has successfully done and refuted all objections, the next step is to say, okay, well, if those things are all true, so, I hate to be rude. Can I mute this guy? Yes. Okay. So, she's just distracting while I'm trying to talk. He's not saying anything relevant to what we're playing. So, right. So, you've assembled those historical pieces of historical data, that historical evidence. You've made a conclusion. Okay, all these things happened. Right. So then you look at the Word of God revealed through Scripture. And we look at the various things that are claimed in there. And from that context, and I get that I'm not providing that context right now, because this would take a really long time to do that, and we don't have the time tonight to go into that. It would take several streams for us to go through all that, which we may eventually do if you guys are interested in doing that. But you assemble that evidence, you put it together, you say this happened, you look at what the Bible says about it, and you're going to find that it's just not possible to believe in any other source of life other than Christ. So the only avenue to accepting that another religion is even possibly true would be first to deny Christianity, would be to find enough counter arguments for Christian claims. And then once you've dismantled that, then you would have to build the evidence for whatever religion you believe in. It happens to be that there are other religions that do not believe themselves to be mutually exclusive with some other religions. Many Eastern religions accept a variety of different ways to God. And throughout history, there have been various cultures that have believed that Christianity is just one way, and so they haven't really bothered to try to argue against it. It's when religions believe themselves to be those within a religion believe it to be the only source of ultimately the objective truth that you get into fierce debate and argumentation. So, and conflict. So for example, like, Islam is mutually exclusive from Christianity, and there's been a variety of severe conflicts between Islam and Christianity throughout history. But that only makes sense because I'm not excusing violence that's been done or sin that's been committed, but the argumentation and the debate over it makes sense because both can't be true. Let's pick up some time. Why do I not see the timer? The timer on the screen is gone. Is that a glitch? So, as sort of a general overview, as Christians we believe that God is triune, meaning he is composed of three is one yet is also three persons at the same time. And I know that's really confusing, and we can go through that some other time. But the central tenet is that we believe in a Trinity: God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. If those statements are true, which we believe they are based on historical evidence for Jesus, his death and resurrection, the claims he made about himself, evidence from Scripture, claims Jesus made about the Holy Spirit and about the Father, evidence about Father from the Old Testament, etc., that if you believe that to be true, there's simply no way to accept any other religion that has a alternative description of who God is, because then whatever that alternative description is would be different than the one that Christianity posits. So that's what I mean by mutually exclusive.
Checkpoint A locked down, Commander. All you
And
move in.
From Christianity's point of view, if you believe the tenets of Christianity, you can't, for example, believe in, reincarnation like some Eastern religions believe in, or in that we become God through meditation and basically the perfection of our being. We can't do that. That's the triune God teaches us something else. So that cannot be true. Even if that religion believes that finding Christ is just another way of finding God, and that we can access God through our faith, unfortunately it doesn't work the other way. So that's where the mutually exclusive part comes in. So that would be the main arguments for why is Christianity the only way? Yes. And to be really honest with you, not that I'm not already being honest with you, but just to be frank, I guess on a personal level, like, once you've accepted Christ into your life, you're not going to want any other version of God to be true. That isn't to say that there won't be times where you'll wonder, like, why did God do this? Why am I suffering like this? Why is life hard right now? I don't feel like God's answering my prayers. I'm going through challenges and I need help, and I may not be getting the counseling that I need. I wish God was maybe more straightforward with me. Like, those are all human questions that we ask and regular things that we're concerned about. And so there's, by no means is the Christian walk simple or easy, and we talked about that actually. I think it was last week. One of the misconceptions about Christianity is that life becomes easy or that you stop sinning, and we address both of those, that both of those are not true. So, yes, there will be those moments of doubt and fatigue and challenge, but fundamentally you just will never want anything else to be true once you experience that, once you experience God in his fullness, which we can't even do until we're reunited with him, until we're made perfect again at the end of time. But in the fullness that he allows us to experience here on earth, once you experience that, you're not going to want anything else to be true. And not only that, but you're going to want other people to believe that it's true so that they can experience the same joy and hope and satisfaction in in being with God. So that's what I'd have to say about that. Of course, there's more to say, but I don't want to get needlessly complicated. If there's no follow-up questions, then we'll probably just move on to another topic.
AIM is retreating to the main structure. Everyone heard that?
The reason I'm bringing up these objections is...
They've gathered the more valuable shield assets.
I mean, you might be thinking, well, wait a minute. Is he trying to convince us that Christianity is true? Why would he be giving us cannon fodder for why it might not be true? Well,
What are they doing here?
first of all, I fundamentally do want you to let Christ into your life, but
They've got backup.
that's ultimately your decision to make. And I'm certainly can't and won't and don't want to force anything on you. I want you to be a part of this channel's community and to discuss things and to walk through things, discussion, life, whatever it is that you feel comfortable walking through. But like, the reason I'm bringing up these objections is because you might have that objection. You might be coming into this channel and hearing what I'm saying and thinking in the back of your mind, but wait a minute, what about this? What about that? So, this is my way of saying, I hear you. Some of these issues are difficult. It's not necessarily straightforward. Let's hear out the objections and talk through them.
Secure the perimeter. Look out for any stragglers. Thank you, Avengers. With this, we stand a fighting chance, finally. We're back, Fury.
You've got them down to one.
If I just sat here and said, this is true, this is true, this is true, and didn't hear any counter-arguments, didn't listen to any
Nice work.
objections, any concerns, and just kept saying, this is true, this is true, this is true,
Thank you.
that doesn't do anybody any good. It doesn't help you, it doesn't help me. Okay. So let's take a look at, so we got 2 skill points. I think I said we were going to do mastery. Oh, there's nothing to unlock on mastery yet. Specialty skill, we're going to do the Unibeam on the Hulkbuster. And let's go ahead and do 10 more seconds. Armor to remain deployed for 10 more seconds. Hulkbuster. Is this the, wait, so are these two the same? They're worded differently, but they sound like the same upgrade. This one says upgrades the Hulkbuster arc reactor to allow the armor to remain deployed for 10 more seconds. Whereas this one says This one says, arc reactor improvements allow the Hulkbuster to be deployed for 10 more seconds. That sounds like two ways of saying the same thing. Maybe I'm missing something. But if I can get between these two, if I get the ultimate for 10 more or for 20 more seconds, that's going to be pretty significant. Reduces the intrinsic energy cost by 25% for actions or attacks while using Hulkbuster. That's also powerful. Hulkbuster melee attacks have a 50% chance to taunt nearby enemies, drawing their attention. I think I'd rather do either this one or this one. We got the 10-second upgrade here, so assuming these two are the same, I'd probably take this one over this one, I think. I can always change it, but let's start with this one, the intrinsic energy cost reduced by 25%. And check out the gear, which has been pretty disappointing so far tonight. Yeah, 74, that's not bad. It's starting to get a little better. Earlier tonight, we were getting like 4 levels below on pretty much everything. Oh, those are big jumps. Sweet. Okay. Awesome. Oh. Accidentally clicked X, not square. There we go. So my goal is to take advantage of the double XP to get Iron Man leveled up so that I can have a backup character in case I'm playing a OLT or a Mega Hive and I die, because that happened to me, I think it was on Tuesday's stream, where I died in the Mega Hive on the 4th gauntlet, and I only had one character at max level, so when I died, I didn't have a backup character to go to. So I just literally couldn't play, and because they don't give you loot if you're dead, I didn't get any loot. We beat it, the team beat it for me, which was awesome, but I didn't get anything from it. So that's my incentive to level up a second character. It just gives me more flexibility. And hopefully, eventually, when they increase the exotic drops and stop being so ridiculously stingy with those, and letting you run at least get an exotic per activity per character rather than one run per account. Or right now they improved it or increased it to 3 per account. It really should at least be 1 per character. Like you should be able to do the Mega Hive and the OLT once per character and get exotics. And then there should be an incentive to keep running it after that. Maybe not for exotics specifically, but for something. Like maybe rare resources, a lot like big chunks of upgrade modules, or I'm not going to claim to know the exact solution, but something so that you can keep grinding it and it's worth your time. It just feels like there's some kind of obvious errors that are being made. And no, I'm not a game developer, I get that. But it's kind of a bummer to see some of these looters come out and they just make the same mistakes that all the previous looters made.
One of their agents is down. Another agent down. Well done. That squad member has been neutralized. Another enemy defeated.
Wow, that was fast.
Stay sharp. Incoming.
I did nothing.
Good job, Avengers. With this victory, you've weakened AIM and given the Resistance a leg up. Keep it up.
Let's see if I can get these guys to do a vault mission. Oh, they want to do Tachyon Rift. Okay, that's fine.
You're heading into another tachyon storm. Just stay focused on completing the mission. We're monitoring you from here.
Is that crickets?
You'll be the first wave. My agents will follow and
All I
secure
heard
the
was
base as
crickets
you
for
make your
like
way
10
through.
seconds.
We'll need to hit the security checkpoint first and clear it out. Once you strike, you'll have to move fast. Their alarm system will
Sorry,
bring
trying to update
everyone
the
running.
description because we're
Everyone
not
get in position.
grinding exotics
Ready.
tonight,
Awaiting your
so
signal.
don't want people to be confused.
We're not alone here.
Approaching security checkpoint now.
Take him out.
Roger that, Commander.
Okay. Might need a minute. Or 10.
What? What was that?
Feeling pretty crappy.
Look for a chest containing special resources nearby.
This is it. We'll follow your lead.
Where did everybody go? Oh, okay. I was like,
Thanks for having my back.
I don't see any of the icons on screen.
Well done. Our agents can take it from here. Go on ahead. See if you can locate our stolen supplies.
Checkpoint A locked down, Commander.
All units, move in.
Approaching position.
Heavy security up ahead.
Then that's where you head first. Never thought I'd say that.
One down, two to go.
Ooh, is it getting hot in here?
One left. There is a chest with gear close by. Look for a chest with gear nearby.
I feel like I'm lagging out a little bit.
Feeling pretty crappy.
I feel like that the shields just don't care what level the enemy is at or what level you're at. It's like it's equally hard to take down shields no matter what level they are, and then as soon as you take down the shield, they're super squishy if they're low level.
AIM is retreating to the main structure. Everyone heard that one. We gotta run them scared.
Their Quinjet is grounded. They've gathered the more valuable shield assets at a hangar nearby.
That was nice of them. Let's work for us.
Avengers! We figured you'd be doing Hill's dirty work.
Taskmaster's mercenaries.
What are they doing here?
Protecting the base, it seems.
Get rid of them.
Close ranks. Flies are nothing.
They've got backup. We'll keep them busy.
safety care.
Nice work, everyone.
I didn't even
Secure the
need to do
perimeter.
that.
Look out for any stragglers. Thank you, Avengers. With this, we stand a fighting chance, finally. We're back, Fury.
Still got it.
Nice work. We'll analyze these readings ASAP. I can't tell you how valuable this data is to us. Thank you.
Okay, arc overload increases the range and intensity of the electromagnetic pulse shockwave by 30%. Frequency reflect projectiles back at the enemy and instantly revives nearby teammates. Oh, that could be nice. I think I'll keep that. That mission's as good as any.
Hey, Avengers. S.H.I.E.L.D. discovered AIM keeps a list of potential security risks within their organization.
People and things Monica wants to keep an extra eye on? Guess AIM keeps that under lock and key.
Worse than that, they have the entire area guarded by their orbital strike team.
Meaning?
As soon as my team got close, AIM torched the data center and everything around it. And they'll do it again. It's too dangerous for my agents, but I need that list.
So we'll send in the big guns. Not a problem, Commander.
This will be our
Despite the
last
forest fires,
mission for the
there are AIM
night.
forces in the area.
Of course there are. AIM doesn't care about their security forces. You care about your agents.
I'll be
Warriors are not
trying to get on at 9:30 instead of 10 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and possibly on some Wednesdays. The last couple weeks I've been streaming from 10 to midnight, but that's just pushing it a little bit too late for me.
These guys out.
You got it.
I work full time, so I gotta get up, and I have a 2-year-old to take him to daycare in the morning. It's just too late to be doing the stream all the way till midnight. Been getting a little bit too tired, so I still want to be with you guys for a couple hours, just shift it by half an hour would make more sense for me. Other than that, no big changes in scheduling.
There is a chest with gear close by. One of our shield allies nearby could use some help.
Thanks, Avengers!
That did it. Theo, work your magic.
It's safe now.
Keep heading for the data center.
Any word from AIM on if they know we're here?
Nothing yet.
Seems luck is on our side for once.
Famous last words. I'm surprised I didn't know about Monica's blacklist while I was in AIM.
If it helps, she might have made it because of you.
That does make me a little proud.
Easy pickings.
Da-da-da.
Looks like AIM brought their own set of big guns.
Let's take them out.
Why is his shield already down? There's nobody nearby. All my allies are way back there.
Ooh, is it getting hot in here? Time for some Jedi! Who you gonna call? Oh, Buster!
Wow, dude. No, get me inside. That drives me crazy.
Okay, let's talking or fighting.
Why is his shield going back up?
Got one.
Nice. All right, the data
Sweet.
center isn't far now.
You shall retrieve your list. Will it endanger anyone if we have it?
We'll use it to find potential defectors. I promise you, anyone we contact will...
This is the data center?
Yes, and you need to take out its power cores. Go.
We'll use it to find potential defectors. I promise you, anyone we contact, we'll keep safe until they can be extracted from AIM. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yes, I can't break a promise made to a god.
Monaco will have a
Perfect
hard time
timing.
putting a list together like that again, now that AIM's grown as an organization.
I look forward to welcoming our new allies.
All right.
Romanoff,
Good stream.
I'll lean on you for priority ranking of these potential defectors. Looking forward to it, and thank you, Thor.
I require no thanks, but you are welcome.
I'll leave you to it.
Press triangle while sprinting to auto target and fire a dual repulsor blast at nearby enemies. Phase, I don't use that really. I might use that. Let's try that. Cool. Level 31, 88 power. That's not bad. Definitely making progress. Alright guys, well, thanks for coming out tonight. I had a good time. We covered another topic. We leveled up Iron Man a bunch. I started the stream early tonight. 3 big wins. So, cool deal. Well, I'm going to be... per usual, I will not be streaming tomorrow or over the weekend. I'm going back and forth about maybe trying to do a Sunday night stream if there's time. It might be a shorter stream. It just kind of depends on how much energy I have at the end of the weekend. Life with a 2-year-old can sometimes leave me a little bit more drained at the end of the weekend than rather than full of energy. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not going to commit to anything, but I'll send out a tweet and try to put something on the channel if I'm going to be streaming on Sunday night. But for sure, I plan to be back Monday. And then next week, I'm planning to stream Monday, Tuesday. I probably will stream on Thursday. But then I'm flying out to my sister's wedding on the next day, on Friday. So I wasn't going to be streaming over the weekend anyway, but there's a chance that next Thursday I might be helping pack and get ready for the trip and stuff, so I may not be able to stream next Thursday. But once it gets closer to the time, I'll let you guys know, and we'll figure it out once we get closer. So... well, I hope everybody had an awesome time. It was great seeing all you, and I will see you again for sure Monday, possibly Sunday, but for sure Monday. So everybody have an awesome weekend, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.